When you have emotions and you have high stakes, this is what we call like a crucial conversation. All of these three things together, opposing views, and high stakes, meaning like this is going to affect things big time if it happens. This is where we enter the land of crucial conversation. But I would definitely go on YouTube and watch a summary. There's a book called Crucial Conversation. I would look at the summary of having a crucial conversation with someone. Okay, but fundamentally, what we're trying to do is we're trying to find this pool of shared meaning. Okay, because the ultimate thing is that basically people will either run to silence or violence. And what happens with her is she's running to violence. Whenever you discuss it, she's getting violent in terms of her communication. Okay. The other thing people do is they go silent. They just won't say a word, and that's it. They'll just do what they want. Right. So what we need to do is not silence, not violence, but we'll need to find dialogue in the middle of it. Now, fundamentally, you need to get to a place where you all have the same intention. You have the same objective. You have mutual respect and mutual purpose. That's the key. And I talked about this before, where I said they found, in America we have this pro-life and we have pro-choice. And they did this thing where they were like, how on earth are we going to get these people who have two opposing opinions like this to come together, right? And they were like, there's nothing we can ever come together on, because pro-life is all about like, you must be allowed to do an abortion, and the other one's that you must never do an abortion. So like, how do we do this? But alhamdulillah, the book talks about how they actually did come together and they all agreed that reducing teenage pregnancies would be a good thing. So you see, people from two opposing views can actually find mutual purpose, even if it's that separate. Yeah, so she's in that place where she's like, look, I need my own space, I need my this and that, right? And so you have to find what the shared purpose is, what the shared thing is. So the shared purpose is actually quite easy in this one. The mutual purpose is that you actually want her to be happy. You want her to be her best self. You want her to love life, live life, all that stuff. She wants the same stuff. So this is good news. Like, you all have the same objective, which is her well-being, her happiness, her goodness, all of that. First thing that she needs to understand, that you're all on the same page. Now, the route to get there may be different. And this is where the problems are coming, right? So if she said, I want to be happy, you guys would not say, no, I don't want you to be happy, okay? Or if she said, like, I want to like be free, you wouldn't say, I don't be free. As long as you're not doing anything haram or anything like that, you'd be like, yeah, that's fine, right? So you're all clear that we want to get to this destination, but she's saying the way for me to get to that destination is this way, and you're saying that the way to get there is this way. No, and you need to show her that. You need to say, look, what we're talking about is actually the same thing. You want space, we think you should have space. You want freedom, you should be free. You are free. Like, you can't control. Nowadays, I'm telling you, she's 21 years old, you can't control her at all. Right? And this is a shift I think you guys as parents and family and stuff need to take, that if she's going, she's going. There's nothing you can do about it, I'm afraid. You need to be accepting of that, and you need to be open to that, and you need to, I think sometimes there's too much judgment and there's too much fear. So I would think about, is there too much judgment and fear in this situation? Don't get me wrong, I would be exactly the same. If my daughter said, I want to move out, this, that, I'll be like, no, you're not moving out, I don't want you to move out, all that. So I get that side of it, but at the same time, there's a reality that you're now facing. Right? And it seems like this is one of those situations where it's kind of been piling up for a long time. Part of this, it sounds like you're doing a bit of an intervention thing. One of the things I would have done is, sometimes I tell people that have a conversation with the person where all you do is just understand their world and you just listen. There's no judgment. There's no like, no, you shouldn't move out, nothing like. She's like, yeah, I think I should move out. Okay, great. Why do you think I should move out? Yeah, I just think mom and dad are controlling this, that. Yeah, it's true. Mom and dad can be really, really controlling. Okay, what would happen if you moved out? What would happen if you... Okay. All right, cool. And just leave it at that. Just leave it at that. Why? Because the other person goes, like, this person, they didn't judge me. They didn't, like, try and force advice down my throat. They didn't try and stop me. They just heard what I had to say. So now, if she's gone through that, does she respect what you're going to give her as advice more or less than if you had tried to impose, don't do this, and oh, what about this, and mom and dad are going to do this? She would be more open to that advice. So this is what I'm saying, that maybe those kind of things are good. But bottom line, I think that it's about showing her that we have the same objective. But then the second thing I said is mutual respect. She has to feel respected. And I feel that she probably thinks or feels disrespected. Okay? Because she's like, I'm an adult, I'm making this decision, no one respects my decision. No one respects it, yeah? Everyone's telling me they know best, everyone's saying this, that. So if there's no mutual respect, it's not gonna work. So she has to feel respected, and you have to feel respected, right? Because it's like, if me and you are like agreeing on something, but I feel disrespected by you, we can't work together. And so I would say stuff like that too. I would say, listen, you're an adult. If you choose to do this, you can do this. And you know what? I'll support you in whatever decision you make. And I know that's very hard for us to say because we don't want them to do it. But that's a very different place to tell them that, look, you're respected, you are supported, you are this, all these kind of things. But deep down, we really believe that this is not good for you. This is not something that will help you. If it wasn't about like caring for you and all this stuff, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. We'd be like, okay, move out. It's fine. The other sister's going to have more space. That's great. Let's do it. Right? Move out. So I would review crucial conversations. I would think about what's the mutual purpose. How am I going to make us understand that? What about like the things I'm doing wrong? Like, have we disrespected her? Have we given not enough weight to her opinions? This is the time for you to bring it up. This is the time for you to say, look, I feel like in this discussion up till now, we haven't respected you as an adult. We've taken what you're saying and we've made it into like, oh, she's a child, she doesn't know what's best, and we've been trying to guide you as a family and this and that, and this is not true. You're an adult, you're gonna make your own decisions, you're gonna go through life, you're gonna have the consequences of it, and maybe we're not treating you like that adult. But deep down, we just care. We just really care. We don't want you to do this because we believe it's not gonna be the best for you, and we would love to find a way forward where we can both get what we want. So you're saying the whole reason you want to move out, and this is why you need to understand her, is X, Y, Z. Okay, so we're saying, well, how about if we could have what we want and you can have what you want? And I know you feel like there's no other way of doing it except moving out, but if there was a way, would you be willing to do it? If she says no, then it's like, okay, it seems like it's not those things, right? You just maybe just want to try this and you just want to be away, which is fine. If you feel like I just need to try this, I just need to do this, all right, fine. Maybe you feel like you need to do that. Try and kind of work with her to find a solution rather than trying to coerce her into something, because I don't think that will last as well.